It's so red. Are you afraid of the dark? We're keeping all lights off in this house right now because it is hot. Axel! They were blocking the chat from me again. My apologies. I hope you're still here. I don't know why. Something's going on with the chat recently. I don't know really what it is. But you know what? Actually, as that just restarted, I'm going to read these dice because I think somebody was bringing in bad energy, and I think they're gone now. Oh my god. Ha! Oh, I almost want to take that back. So now I just got double Scorpio with South Node. Oh, God. Okay, sorry about this, but I do have problems with my phone, and anyways, okay. Like I said, I almost regret switching the dice because it basically stayed the same. It's just somebody hard-headed just decided to show up a little bit more hard-headed. So if we do Mercury, South Node Mercury, it's like walking away from. It's almost like walking away from somebody who doesn't have the ability to change. Like they know they're being thick-headed. I just heard thick-headed. They know they're being irrational. They won't change. They're just going to stay the exact same. It's admitting that you have a problem and then not doing anything about it. And that came up today. Chiron was talking about that. About somebody wanting to push through this next phase as if they were ready, and they were too pig-headed and too bull-headed to see what they were doing, and they didn't make it. And with this South Node, it's making it, it's bringing up this energy of a recent shift where people wanted to possibly elevate to something because they felt like they deserved it, right? Not really like they worked hard enough for it, but just that they deserved it. And the people that had worked harder for them didn't deserve it. It's almost as if you going into a competition and somebody suddenly getting led into the competition, but daddy buys the show and then they win, even though you're the more talented. Somebody bought, and oh my God, this is what I heard today. Okay, so I actually heard that today. I heard that with Spirit. They said something like, you got pushed aside because somebody's parent bought them their ticket. And then somebody goes, well, that's just the luck of the draw. And I said to something in my head that I want a new draw. I demand a new draw. Because if this was a fixed competition, if this was a fixed project, and the person who really deserved to be at the top wasn't at the top because somebody else paid to be there, and you're going to sit there and try to say that this game isn't rigged? I mean, we already know the world is rigged. It's rigged for the rich, okay? And it's massively set against those who can't pay their way out of it. And again, okay. Authenticity. Okay, this word has been coming up so much. Authenticious. Okay, so apparently in the past, you were put into, what would you call a contest? Okay, coloring contest, spelling bee, and somebody's daddy paid, and daddy is just the analogy. I don't know what that means. Okay, daddy paid for somebody to join and paid the whole competition, paid for the whole contest just to have his daughter win. Even though you were the best speller, even though you had the best project, even though your volcano, I mean, we're in like red right now, right? Your volcano soared above the rest, but daddy's little girl won because of money. So this was definitely a test on somebody's character. Are they going to judge you for money? Are they going to judge you with a lack thereof, right? Because you haven't made it to the top of the mountain yet. So you're still having to fight in the competitions friendly and honest, because you don't have a daddy to come in and pay for you. So you still have to do things the honest way. And now something is going to change because you didn't change your authenticity, because you didn't go, well, fine, I'm going to take a loan out in the bank, and the next contest I enter, I'm going to shove all this money to the judges, and I'm going to pay my way to the top. You, I don't even know what to say. Let's pull some fucking cards. Let's pull some fucking cards. Let's pull some fucking cards. Yeah, you're a superstar. That superstar song is playing in my head again. If you are what you say you are. You see that card? The only. All right. 777, as some stalker still plays in my phone. I got to get that antivirus going. Oh my God, I did so much shit today to get all myself back on track from living in the crack house. So got to get that antivirus put on my phone. Oh my God, I thought they were gone. Obviously, they're not gone because they're obsessed with me, even though I told you to fuck off and die. But, you know, apparently you're just going to keep stalking me because you're obsessed. Honestly, you got somebody obsessed with you. Okay, this energy is going to become very obsessive because you're walking away from it. Okay, they see you as the lucky draw. They see you the luck of the draw, right? They see fortune and fame around you. And instead of allowing you to get there, they want themselves to get there. They want their daughters to get there. They want other people to get there. So they're trying to steal your stardom. They're trying to steal your power. They're trying to steal something from you so then somebody else can elevate instead of you. And this is the universe fighting. Nobody is going to elevate on your energy. Okay, if they have, whatever, so shall it be. It was your energy. And that's the thing, actually, we were talking about it today, because the way that Cindy has succeeded in life is by stepping on my sister and I's heads. And I said, you know, anybody that has to get ahead by stepping on somebody else, by belittling somebody else, by taking somebody else out of the equation so that they can win, is not doing it properly, does not deserve it, and will, in fact, meet their karmic debt because of that. Okay, you are not allowed to play God. You are not allowed to step in with your money, the thing that doesn't even fucking exist in the spiritual world, and pay to remove somebody else to get what you want. That's basically called Satanism. Don't say you're a spiritual person if that's how you're playing, because that is Satanic, not goddish, okay? Or godly, thank you, okay? So we're moving away from this energy, all right? These very negative energies that have attracted to you, they've been attracted to you because they're gaining something off of you. Okay, it's the Scorpio energy. They keep killing you. They keep sucking all your energy out of you. They keep sucking all the competition energy out of you. They keep doing these things so then you fail and they win. And you're not realizing, or maybe you are realizing, why am I not getting to the top? Why is nothing happening for me? Why does everybody keep elevating? Why does this girl get 5,000 likes off of this when I did the same thing and I get nothing, but we're in the same category, we're in the same team, we're what, right? It's like something is massively misbalanced here, and it's because people are stepping on you to get ahead. Every time they step on you, they get ahead, and then you get behind, right? You get behind on everything you have to do, and now you're in the Chariot energy, which means the universe is automatically driving you forward. There is no more pulling you back, right? Especially with lovers. So if you've been single for a while, that's why, because your lovers were stealing from you. People are saying, oh, I love you so much. Oh, I care about you so much. You get in their vicinity, open up your purse, boom, their hands go in, they steal everything. Their hands go into your body. They start stealing all your energy, right? It's like the vicious cycle over and over and over again of every time you reach out to somebody, somehow you get used. These people are going to be pissed. Okay, these energies that are stuck behind you, that are trying to pull you back, are going to be quite angry when you don't give in to them anymore. Okay, so you know what I see? Okay, so there's it has stayed 2 likes, and I just took notice to that, and then the 2 here of cups showed up. So I almost feel like now there is a relationship coming in, whether or not that is romantic, that is friendship, that is work related, that is family related, whatever relation that is with somebody, there's a new balanced partnership that gets to come in now because somebody doesn't get what they want off of you anymore. You know, like they don't get the bait, they don't get the attention, they don't get the money, they don't get the relationship, they don't get this because you're walking around and this is your number. That's you. You are the luck of the draw. And that's what's so ironic about that is that the draw keeps being rigged against you. How can that be possible when you are the game, right? So it's a choice to move forward, okay? And the 9 of Wands energy. Enduring challenges, but focusing on yourself. Might feel drained and fatigued. And the fatigued, I believe, is how you feel after being around people. And especially the people that are siphoning off of you, the ones that don't want you, they want to feed off the energy that you bring the crowd. After, you'll notice feeling very drained. You'll notice having headaches. You'll notice you could be out for a couple days, right? It could take your body a little while now to recoup and re-energize, right? Because what they do to you is so bad. And then they'll as soon as they get out of your energy, they'll go put something up and it'll go viral. They'll go apply for a job and they'll get the fucking #1 position. They'll go apply to get their manuscript published and they'll get 50,000 copies on the first try. It's just like the energy that obviously is you is very addictive. It's very obsessive. People, that's probably why people get so obsessed with you, right? If you notice that, they're kind of like, they'll stare at you all the time, they'll look at you, they'll always want you around, right? Because they're gaining something off of you being there, right? It's not like you're that funny or you're that attractive or you're that special. No, you show up and a bunch of people get their cups filled while you leave and are drained. Look at that. As I say that, fucking 10 of Wands. Look at him walking away. Look at all the burdens that he has to carry once everybody takes what they want and they leave him all the shit. Okay. And then they temperance. So obviously you have learned to temperance even the things that go on behind your back, right? It's like you're not focused on that. You're only focused on the front. You will sense and know what's going on around you and behind you at all times. You don't have to see that anymore. You just know that, okay, why is everybody succeeding around me? Why is it that when I, meet up with this person, something good happens for them? And when I go meet up with this person, something good, but something always bad happens to me. Well, somehow, again, luck of the draw, which I don't want to say that because it seems so fucking rude to say it's just your luck of the draw, because it's not. Somebody has put your name in that draw tainted, They put your name in the draw and they bundled up the piece of paper. So then it would go underneath all of them and your name wouldn't get picked. It's like they're purposely sabotaging something in your life. And it always seems like there should be something you need to do about that. Like, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop doing that, you need to read the energy and the language that the world is telling you, but yet subconsciously, the energy around you that you can hear is telling you to pursue something. So why would it tell you to pursue something? It was only going to watch you fail. It's not the devil, right? It's something else. It's perseverance, right? And I think that that's why somebody keeps going, even though they lose so much. They still have hope that there's going to be that exchange where somebody gives them as much as they give, so then they don't end up with the shit on their shoulders again while somebody walks away, on a horse and carriage in, gold-plated luxury. And, while you get, shit, right? So it kind of seems like there's something changing. Which is why I wanted to re-roll the dice, because it was direct communication around a death cycle. And if you have been the direct death cycle because people keep killing you as opposed to paying you back, which kind of what it feels like maybe you do a lot of barter work, even if you are giving out a lot of money, especially if you live in a small town, your money is going to people that use that money to pay their bills, not just goes to some CEO from the top, right? And your money just goes to the fat fucking jerk-offs that sit on the top of the mountain. In a small town, your money goes places. It means something, right? So if they've even held your money back, that means that there were people that you were supposed to help and situations that you could have been in, right? That would have benefited other people. But for some reason, again, somebody's daddy came in and you lost the draw. And I don't think you were supposed to lose, because if this was a spiritually divine draw, it's like the butterfly would have picked up your ticket and given it to the person and been like, this is who wins. Like, universe decides, not us, right? And that name would have been yours. So the fact that people keep pulling your name and siphoning off that and then not paying you back and not giving the respect back and not giving back what you earned is like earth-shattering. Okay, because it almost kind of seems like, you want to know why tsunamis hit? Do you want to know why earthquakes hit? Maybe it's because somebody's woken up and realized how many people use their energy and they're angry and they're stomping around. And guess what? We all have to pay the price of that, thanks, because we're all told the rules, because we all have to live here together. And when you break the rules, you fuck with everybody, but people do it anyways, because they're like, fuck you, I have free will, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. Okay, also, please remember, karma hits, and it hits innocent people, and now you're going to hit me with your bullshit because you're just allowed to do whatever you want, right? Go fucking suck a dick, man. Learn the rules of the fucking game. Like, thou shalt not do shit that you don't want done to you. Like, not fucking that hard, but like, why are people so fucking retarded? You tell me. Like, you got, like, people got explained the rules for like 20 years, but then they're not in school anymore and they're not under their parents' supervision anymore and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I want to break the rules and I want to do this because my mommy told me I couldn't do it my whole life. So now I'm going to fuck everybody up and I'm going to really show them. Bitch, nobody fucking cares that your mommy bossed you around your whole fucking life. Like, really? You think we're supposed to care about your shit, bitch? I got things going on myself. Thank you very much. I can't really care about what the fuck you're menopausing about right now because you didn't deal with your fucking childhood trauma, okay? Holy fucking take a depressant and go to bed. So, people, moral of the story is you're no longer going to be in last place. That's exactly what I just heard. You are no longer going to be in last place. Because people were paying to keep you in last place. Guess what? We're doing a whole new game now with all new players and all new judges, and you can't come in with your bullshit money because guess what? All the judges are rich, so they don't need your fucking money. Sit down, shut the fuck up, and let's do this. Jesus. Nothing like an entitled little biatch thinking that their money can just pay for everything. Holy fuck. Money doesn't exist. But keep thinking that it'll save your life somehow, even though it really mentally won't. It will make your life worse if you don't deal with your shit. Axel, why are these people not dealing with their shit? Okay, that doesn't even make sense. You look stupid. Not you, Axel. I'm not going to say this person's name because people just get off on me saying their names. Because apparently I just give free shout-outs to everybody, and I don't get shout-outs myself. I gave this guy a shout-out the other day. Oh, my God. I didn't even realize what I was doing. He thanked me from the bottom of his heart. It was the sweetest ever, and I didn't even realize what I was doing. I was like, yeah, people watch my shit. Obviously, they're going to see that I put you up, clearly. I just love that, you know, like shout out people, you know, especially when you love them. Everybody loves to get their name said, just like Axel. Even though Axel, that's not how you say your name, SJX Rose, but Axel Rose. Because everybody gets a nickname on here if they're not full of shit. Oh my God, did you realize I found out that somebody that's been trying to talk to me for so long as if they're a fan, was like a 40-year-old man. I'm like, wow. Like, talk about stalkers. He was pretending to be a 20-year-old chick from, like, Hamilton? Or Toronto? I don't know. I don't really fucking pay attention. Yeah, found out they're a stalker. Well, I just have to shout you guys out. You're like my favorite people in the whole world. I wouldn't have a channel if you guys weren't fucking around. Wolfgang. And I know that I get all alien talk when I move the chat. Sorry about that if my words got all fucked up. But I see you out there, Wolfgang, if you're still here. All right, I'm going to do one last message. And then I'm going to continue Jaws 2 and then go to bed at some point as soon as I'm cold enough to go to bed. Please take what resonates and discard what doesn't. These are general messages. Someone's got their energy in here, so let's read it. There we go. Everything is sticking together. Oh, and yes, I do have air conditioning, but it was fucking 40 degrees today, and it's not the best air conditioner. Okay, so we have addiction in reverse. Obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint, in reverse, though. I feel like that's better in reverse than it is upright. What is with this addiction? Oh, you want that one in reverse? They're dealing with their problems. Okay, so it seems like it's possible that you might have, or you are currently being influenced to become a better person. Okay. To acknowledge the truth, to quit fucking around, all right, to stop acting like the victim, stop being addicted to pain, okay, and start dealing with it. Stop putting it off, right? Like I said, I was putting so much off. And then in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten so much shit done. And I'm like, wow, like every day I've gotten something done. And it's just huge things that I've been just putting off and putting off. It's not procrastination. It's just waiting for the right moment, you know, to finally put it all back together, because it was all smashed apart. And when something is smashed that you've already put together once, it's like, oh my God, I have to fucking do this again. It's exhausting. Okay, just like moving. You know how many times I've moved? I've moved over 50 times in my life. Okay, probably probably 60 times by now. Okay, it's so tiring that it's taking me longer and longer to get back on my feet every time we move. Right, that it's becoming so strenuous. I know that we have to move, and I know sometimes I've had to run from places, so it's not something I stress out about. It's something that I'm just happy that I'm able to, and always had the resources to pack my shit up and deal with my life, right? And not just be run over by a fucking train and just lay there and do nothing about it, right? So there's this notion or something happening possibly that like you could be helping somebody deal with their shit once and for all. Like, stop lying, stop bullshitting, stop making excuses, stop saying you're going to do it tomorrow, and fucking do it. Get it done. Because what does excuses do? Buys you time for what? Right? And like, we're all full of excuses. It's not like I guys just said, it's not like I am like, fuck you. I literally just got done my shit. I still have Monday. I still have something to do. Okay. The endless list of shit that people have to do, it never stops. But the second you put it off, you know, you put one thing off, and then you put another thing off, and then you put another thing off, and then you're like fucking 10 things behind. You're like, oh my God, now I have to do so much. And then still with the same things I got to do that same day. Now I got to do all this other shit because I fucking didn't do it. It's like that. Okay. It's like somebody's finally recognizing the truth. And look at the sword and the rose. Oh my God, Axel, I just said your fucking name out loud, and look at Rose just showed up. I have like no cards with that word, by the way, so I don't even know how that happened. Okay, so that's some fucking truth right there. There's an affirmation right there. Okay, girl with the snake in reverse, passion in reverse. Like, somebody was being very narcissistic. Okay, because they themselves were being used, right? They themselves couldn't enable the boundaries that they needed to live a good life, a fulfilling life, right? They were letting in people they shouldn't. They were doing things because they could, right? Well, I can do this. I just can. I know it says not to, but I'm going to do it anyways. Like, bitch, why can't you just fucking read the sign and just do it? I know it's not going to hurt anybody by you being there, but there's a reason why it's fucking there. If you don't like the reason why it's there, either change your fucking lifestyle or find another spot. You know what I mean? And like this one friend, oh my God, we went to the mall to go Christmas shopping, and the entire fucking mall was taken up, and she had at the time, so she crawled the curb and parked her Jeep on the grass, and she thought it was the best thing in the world. She thought she was so funny, and I was like, okay, whatever. She got like 3 tickets for that shit. Okay, it specifically, just because it says do not park on the grass does not mean you're just allowed to park there. It's still public property, right? So in the middle of getting dinged with a bunch of Christmas gifts, now she had to go to court and fight these tickets. And I'm pretty sure actually she won, because there wasn't a sign that said you weren't allowed to park on the grass. That son of a bitch, I actually think she won. Okay, but she did have to pay one. I think it was vandalization or something like that, because she as she pulled off, they said she fucked up the grass. So she did have to pay like a community service fine or something like that. I was like, still, dude, I'm like, was that worth it? Like, just because we were driving around for 5 minutes, you couldn't find a spot. We had all day. We had all day to find a parking spot. You just didn't want to wait. You know, you did something. And then once you got a ticket, you got angry about it. Right? Well, instead of getting angry about it, maybe you should just notice that you did something wrong. Holy shit. Okay, this is going to be a breakthrough for somebody. Okay, because they've been using passion the wrong way. They've been using passion to excite them, to ignite them. But the passion is inside of them. Okay, it's used so then you stay inspired to be a good person, right? To follow the signs, right? To not fuck up everywhere because you can, or because you have a chip on your shoulder, because you had a bad day. You still have to follow the traffic lights. You still have to follow the speed limit. You can't just, hey, I had a bad day. Sorry, I was speeding. Yeah, that's nice. Here's your $300 fine. And next time, slow the fuck down, because the world doesn't care that you just had a bad day. You could hurt somebody. Innocent bystander, because you had a bad day, so you had to go 100 and a 60 and hurt somebody. You know, it's like, just recognize sometimes where you put things off, where it's like the truth hurts, and maybe you're an asshole. Maybe you got something wrong with me. Maybe that chip on your shoulder is you and not everybody else. Right? Or somebody, you're teaching somebody that. Like, listen, bad shit happens to everybody. But if everybody went out and caused the ruckus that you just caused because of what happened, come on, man. This world would be, it would be that movie, The Pledge. Okay, where everybody can just go and break the law for one fucking night. Are you kidding me? Pretty sure the entire world would cease to exist after that night. Irreparable damage would be caused. Okay, so it's so far-fetched, I can't watch it because it's so, that could never happen. And if it did, we would ruin the world. Be careful what you wish for. Okay. You know, okay, I was, oh my God, Ryu, great movie. You would say that. Okay, I was trying to ignore it, but apparently Prince is not going away. And I have the song Purple Rain in my head. Purple rain, purple rain. Oh, I don't want to be your part-time lover. I never wanted to be your friend. Only wanted to be your lover. Purple Rain, I'm telling you, someone's fallen in love with you. Girl talk, because you talk, maybe because you talk to them real, maybe because you don't. That's why I love my boss. You guys, I tell you how much I love my boss, because he does not sugarcoat anything. Okay? He really doesn't. He to people, to idiots' faces, he will. But when he's talking to his staff or when he's talking to normal people, he really lets it loose. And you have to do that. It's refreshing to finally hear, please don't tell me that retard that didn't read the sign, I'm in the wrong because I've told 50 people I can't stand it anymore. It's like, no. Trust me, it's still the retards, but we can do better on our response. Okay, it's like no bullshitting. Like if you're going to bullshit, if you're going to enable, then you're just creating a life where maybe you weren't able to, and it's better to coddle everybody and it's better to sweep things under the rug because then nobody's feelings get hurt. That's a bullshit life, man. Your feelings need to get hurt. You need to know what you're doing wrong. People need to tell you when you're in the wrong, and you need to accept that someone's telling you in the wrong, because honestly, if you can't accept that when you've done something, then that chip on your shoulder, that pride on your shoulder, that nobody can tell you nothing because you know exactly everything, that could get you killed. That's that kind of shit that's going to get you clapped in the face. Okay, it's going to get you walking down the wrong alley, but you say you can walk down any alley you want. Blah, blah. Yeah, tell that to the fucking 5 guys hiding in the alley waiting to jump your ass. Okay, tell me that you're too good to walk down that alley because you said you know everything. Honey, you don't. Okay, so like that little chip on your shoulder, little dust on your shoulder, bro, clear it off. Because that could be the death of you if you don't realize You're not too good to get jumped in a dark fucking alley. You're not too good to get a scam done on you. You're supposed to see the fucking warnings. You're supposed to know, hey, I already got taught this lesson. Maybe I shouldn't go down that fucking road again. Not, I got the money, I can go down this road again. Again, maybe you're humbling somebody. All right, I can hear purple rain. You know, it's like maybe, you know, like I said, the way that this guy says things, it's refreshing, right? Somebody needs to refreshify their perspective, okay, on what really ignites them. Is it pussy that really ignites you? Is it money that really ignites you? Or is it the fact that you get to do what you love and that excites you and everything else is just a fucking bonus, right? Recognize where you're just not possibly hearing it right, right? Or somebody around you, you know, your perspective. Maybe you feel like you shouldn't say your perspective, or people don't need to hear you that day, or, you know, maybe you're like a meme creator and you like to, you know, get out the way that you feel, and there could be something saying you shouldn't do that, or maybe you're doing it from the wrong part of you. You're doing it from the ego. You need to do it now from the heart. You need to do it now from the vulnerable part, yet the smart part. Tell the truth. And then look at that axe on the bottom of the deck. Break up stagnant energy. Okay? And maybe that's what you're doing with them. Maybe you're helping them break up this stagnant energy that's inside of them that tells them that they can't change, when if they don't change, something bad's going to happen. Yeah. Okay, I was wondering what love call was. So I feel like this is the call that they need, possibly to save their life. Right? It's the advice that they take. It's the strategy that they use. It's the route that you paved for them, as opposed to what Matt said. Something like that. It's like something about what you say makes sense. Or you're going to find somebody, if you're looking for advice, there's going to be somebody that's going to help you out of your ego, out of your pride, out of this place where you should just be able to do things, or you should be put to the front of the line because of who you are, or your money can pay for your kid, you know, to win the contest. That like, I feel like somebody has forgotten what it's like to be on the streets, you know, like they've been materialized, okay, and they've forgotten life. They forgot that there's a street life, and that you could die in it, and that you don't even get to eat every day. That's a privilege, right? This life is a privilege. And even money, shit, that's a privilege. Having a lot of fucking followers on YouTube, bitch, that's a fucking privilege. Stop thinking that shit is a fucking right. Like you just own it. Like you just deserve it. Because you don't. And it can get taken away from you in a fucking instant if you don't grab a hold of fucking gravity and reality and pull yourself down from that fucking circus, you know, that rope, because there ain't no fucking net that's going to catch you. You think there's one there because you can pay for one there, but guess what? You can't pay for the employees to stand there. They need lunch breaks, right? They just want to fuck off. If you're going to be that crooked with half the things you do, you might hire the staff that walk away when you're up there because they don't really care to pay attention to you because you make 10 times more money than they did and you haven't even got their paycheck this week. So why the fuck do they care about catching your ass, right? Again, you know, there's so much of this life that is, it's not a right. It is not a right. It is so much a privilege, and it is a privilege you have to work for, and it is an honorable privilege. And you slap honor in the face? You slap respect in the face? I don't know, man. That's not something that I would do. but I did it in the past. So, you know, I know. If anybody knows this shit, I certainly fucking do. Okay. So there's definitely somebody that, I mean, maybe this is just some appreciation from somebody that is just going to be like, you know, thank you for your videos, or thank you for what you do, or, you know, maybe this is something at work, maybe you're like a social worker or something like that, and you just go out of your way to help somebody, and then they just kind of, you know, like I had so many social workers go out of their way to do stuff for me. And it was so nice because I had different ones all the time. And every time I got a new one, they had this new little piece of advice, or they had this new little payment plan that I could get, or this new opportunity, right? They all had something, and I could tell they all had such amazing, beautiful hearts, just wide open, you know, doing it because they really want to do it. They really want to help people. And it is hard, right? People are hard to help. And there's a lot of them. And these social workers, you know, they get bombarded just like teachers, they get bombarded, and all these kids and all these lives, and right, perish, and all this vulnerability. And it's really hard to not take advantage of people. And it's really hard to, when you're on the top of the spectrum and you got your bills paid, to realize that people can't pay their bills. Some people don't eat. Some people, it's either their car payment or their grocery bill. Some people, it's either their gas bill or their breakfast, right? And when you forget about that, when you get privileged, when you get abundance, you forget that people, how bad the struggle really is, and that it still is just as bad, if not worse, you know, than what it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? The poverty rate right now is absolutely fucking insane. The homeless rate is insane. Not in third world countries. No. Right here in Canada, Connecticut. Okay, right fucking here, nowhere else. Like I'm sure it's other places, but I'm just saying it has massively increased here. There is something wrong. Okay. And, you know, maybe you're going to help somebody out of a very tough situation or a very hard situation just from your smile, or just from being at work, or, you know, just from, I mean, this last social worker that I had before I got off of welfare for the final time, hopefully, of my entire life, she was so on it. She actually kind of looked like my mother, which was super weird. And she said she had just got her hair cut that way. And I was like, even weirder, because my mom has a very specific haircut. And this woman is just, she signed me up for everything. She was like, all right, Whitney, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to get you this, and we're going to get you this, and we're going to make sure this happens, and we're going to push through this. And then it was so refreshing that it got me off welfare, because it was finally somebody who was helping me do shit and focused on me. You know, and only, I mean, I'm sure she wasn't focused only on me at the time, but she was focused hard enough on me that she followed up. She made sure that I got the right website. She made sure that I got the right appointments booked, and that I saw the right people, and that my glasses were paid. She did so many things for me that it was like, and then she even, I had to move, emergency move. She got me funds right away, got the whole thing paid for. I didn't even know that welfare could do that. Like, I mean, she just, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Like I often think about her and think like, I hope something really good happens for her, because if she helped me get off something that took me, you know, almost 10 years to fully get off of because of my back and because of my disability and stuff, right? It's really hard to get off of government assistance. It's not easy. It's not easy to be on it. It's not easy to get off of it. And when you have no support, no family, no loved ones, no husbands, no, right? It's even harder, right? So then when you have a worker that helps you, I mean, I always send her love. Like it was such a pain in the ass because it's so many legal things you have to do. But at the same time, I'm like, man, you know, thanks for giving a shit. Like, thanks for helping me. Like, thanks for at least trying, right? Because if nobody tries, I'm not going to do anything, because I don't give a fuck, because I'm in a rut and I'm depressed. And unless somebody fucking stands up and says, hey, by the way, I give a shit, I can't give a shit anymore about just myself. You know how hard it is to just be the only one in your life with nobody giving a shit about you? If you don't know what that's like, I don't ever want you to know, because it's a very, very disconnected life, and it's very hard, and it's very depressing, and it's very sad. And when that one person reaches out and helps you, it makes all the difference in the world. It really does. Okay, so whatever this is about, whatever you're helping somebody with, whatever somebody couldn't deal with one day can now suddenly deal with, right? What you couldn't maybe do yesterday, maybe you can do tomorrow, right? Like, I mean, you're the narrator of your life, right? You're the one that says get up, you're the one that says sit down, you're the one that says work, you're the one that says fuck you to the world. Okay, you're the one in charge here, so you get to decide all the questions and to the answers that you really want. And like, if you don't like an answer, then fucking find a different one. If you don't like a routine, find a different one. If you don't like a route to work, find a different one. You know, like, there are things you can do and the universe will help you. And obviously maybe you're helping somebody, or if you feel like you need to get help, I feel like there's somebody coming in. And when that kind of shit happens, just be prepared to find real connection, because somebody that won't bullshit you, somebody that won't just sweep it under the rug because they know that you had a bad day, those are the people that change your fucking life, because they're not bullshitting you, and they won't. Because they know if they bullshit you, they do it once, they'll have to do it forever, and that's just feeding your ego. And if your ego's the thing that is killing you, do you think the one person that loves you is going to allow the thing that's killing you to keep doing it? Nah, bitch, it's called intervention. Okay, so maybe you're interventioning somebody, intervening somebody, helping somebody get over their worst attachments possible. And, you know, for that, there might be big love in there for you. That's how that shit works. You know what I mean? So, peace out. My phone is going to die, and I'm hot as fuck. So I'm going to peace out and go sit under the fan and have a brilliant night by myself in my bed watching Jaws 2. And thank you so much for being here. All right, remember, these are general messages. Remember, they will not resonate with everybody. And remember to send in your telepathic questions so then I can decode them and, you know, put up a reading for you with spirit. All right, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com to book your readings, and have a good one. All right, peace out, y'all. Crafty Crafterson, fucking didn't even see you there, bud. Sorry about that. Peace out, everybody.